welcome back to another video with your girl Desiree. So today I have a super special guest that just so happens.
You mean the only guest you've ever had?
Yeah, my best friend is here, so we thought that we film a funny video for you guys that has to do with when we were in like middle school.
I think it was like 7th grade.
7th grade. That was a very interesting year. But anyway, so we went to this thing after school every day, and little old me didn't really know that it was like a Christian, like religious thing.
It was basically a group to talk about like
God.
bettering yourself and like being a good person, and they would throw in a little bit of God in it.
Which does not float with my boat at all, because as most of you know, I don't give a fuck.
They had food sometimes.
Yeah.
Chicken and chili.
Yeah, there was free food sometimes, so that was a plus. But long story short about that part, they invited us to this weekend thing over the winter that was a Christian group. And you go there for a weekend and you slept in these cabins that barely had any heating, like my toes almost fell off, and you would go on like winter activities, and you would go to like fucking chapel or whatever every night and every morning, and you learn about Jesus and get on your knees and let him come inside of you.
Basically, it was like this little community with a bunch of little houses that you would stay in, and it was all on like this giant frozen lake. And then there was of course like the little chapel that we had to go to like every day.
Yeah.
I think every morning and every night.
Yeah, like fucking, but the gag is that if you didn't know, me and Crystal were more emo back in the day. From that day on, we kind of plateaued our emo-ness. We were very into our own emo religion, and we brought our band shirts, like all of our band shirts. Like, we were dumb as fuck, and we're like, I don't care if it's -6 degrees. I'm gonna wear Converse and rip skinny jeans. So,
and we brought our albums too. We brought a couple albums for who knows what.
yeah, we don't know. We were just like, you know what, for shits and giggles, let's just scare the fuck out of these like white privileged ass bitches. And
our room, me and her.
Yeah, we shared a room.
And it had a dresser in it. So we unpacked all of our clothes, folded them up in the dresser. Yeah, nice.
Nice and tidy for Satan. The other gag is that we brought manga because we were also huge weeaboos back in the day.
Which was torn.
Yeah, like fucking I brought my Blue Exorcist manga because I thought in my head that that's fine, because an exorcist is somebody that takes the demons out of the world. But no,
This crusty ass white bitch.
this bitch came into my room, took her little greasy ass little fingers into my fucking dresser and said, what is this?
First of all, you can't skip the most important part. She didn't like our shirts.
No, she said there's skulls on them and I couldn't wear the only coat that I brought.
Yeah, she brought a Sleeping with Sirens coat that has skulls
That
on
I still have to
and
this
she
day.
wasn't allowed to wear it. And then she was like, well, do you have any other shirts you could wear? And she goes through our drawers, and first one on top is like a Black of a Bride's one that has like the red slash separating the eyes.
Matter of fact,
He says, that represents blood. You can't wear that here. Blood. And
This-
it's not appropriate.
this represents blood. I'm just kidding, she's on menopause. This bitch took her greasy ass fingers and was digging through like all of our shit and was like, this isn't accepted, this isn't accepted. I'm like, so what do you want me to wear?
She even, not just our clothes, but she went through our bags, and she went through Desiree's drawing book.
My
I was
drawing
looking at
book.
all of her drawings and like her little like diary entries and everything in there.
That bitch lucky I didn't write about her in my diary back then.
She straight went through all her shit. She went through our bags, went through all of her little pockets, making sure we had stuff that wasn't too inappropriate.
I'm surprised she didn't like pat us down and like stick her fingers in some fucking holes or some shit like that. But anyway, this camp was terrible. Okay, so last but not least, I didn't focus. And we snuck off multiple times. Like, they wouldn't pay attention to us because we were like Satan worshipers. And this one time there was like the big HQ house, and this is where like all the, you know, camp like group leaders or whatever slept. Like, they had the heat, they had the food, they had all the num-nums and that good. We snuck off and we were like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm cold, I don't want to do this.
When you first show up to the camp, they would put you in different like groups and stuff. We were actually in separate groups, but I was in the race cars and she was in something else, and she traded it. I
traded it with, I was like, hey,
someone else.
You know, that's my best friend in that group.
So then she was in my group, but yeah. We would be, all the time, we would be put in like these separate groups with like a camp leader. So like us, we would always go off with our camp leader and do like little activities, and like half of the time we would just ditch the group.
We would just like dip out of the group like midway when nobody was paying attention, and just be like, so there was the house like with the group leaders and stuff, and they would like, that was the house. So us little rebellious ass, I'm like, I want to see what it looks like in there. So then we went inside that house and we just like fucked around and like went through their shit. I'm like, oh, you're gonna go through my shit, I'm gonna go through your shit. We went to the kitchen, we drank their coffee, their hot cocoa.
Oh, yeah. They had some bomb
ass like food and like coffee. And so we went in there, and then like maybe like half an hour later, we hear somebody and they're like, guys, like, are you in here? And like we dipped and like we hid and stuff, and then like after a few minutes I was like, okay, whatever, and we came out, we're like,
oh, we got lost, and like we were cold, and like we didn't know where to go or what to do.
So yeah, but they're like, hey guys, like, come on back to the group.
First of all, because this takes place in Alaska, winter of Alaska, so it gets below like 0.
And it wasn't even like Anchorage. We went like up more north, so it got even more cold, like literally negative degrees.
Crazy. Like half of the time we went off in groups, we just dipped out of that shit. Because like
we're like, fuck you.
You're gonna stay at a -5 degrees.
That's my story of crusty ass Preist and how I don't give a fuck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have Crystal back again. She's visiting me for a bit, and yeah, so we're gonna film more videos for you guys so you can laugh and hopefully, you know, have a good time. So thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe and like down below. Make sure you know, well, you don't really do much anyway.
No.
But anyway, if you want to leave a comment or whatever, you know what, just stay swing swag. So, you know, don't listen to the haters, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Rob Stone, 2 damn phones, Babylon's can't crack.